So you're probably wondering, what is Don't At Me exactly? Well, it's a tough question to answer, and, well, I'll just have Chance here try to explain it.
Don't at me. I think it kind of started as like like a Twitter kind of saying, like a meme, when people just like say their like opinions about things and they'll just be like, yo, don't at me. Like, don't reply, like, this is my opinion and that's it. This podcast, to me, I believe it's about two dudes that are just really conversating, giving these spills about what we think about the subject at hand. And, that's just it. Going back and forth is just like, yo, I think this is what I think. And yeah, that's what it is. Now, at the same time, it is like kind of a debate, but it's not an argument, It's like, oh, okay, well, I see where you're coming from. Well, what about this?
It all started, I guess it was early October, really the first week of October 2019. Chance and I were catching up. I just got back from, some trips, and we were just shooting the shit, really, for lack of a better phrase. And we decided, you know what? Let's go ahead and record this. We've been friends for 20 plus years. We're both pretty opinionated, and figured, why don't we just start to record some of our crazy beliefs, some of our crazy takes? And after a while, 3 hours of organic conversation, I said, you know what? I think we have a podcast on our hands here. So what you're about to listen to is the beginning of our new podcast, Don't At Me. This is a glimpse into the crazy minds that Chance Davis and I share. A lot of funny thoughts, a lot of weird little quirks. I mean, we've got our own little language that we speak, but you guys will pick up on all that. Really, this just comes down to, look, we've got some opinions, we've got some beliefs. Here they are. We're going to back it. We're going to tell our case. And then whatever kind of freeform, genuine conversation develops as a result, hey, we're going to go ahead and keep that in there too. So this first conversation that we had, you're going to hear, is broken into two parts. One part, we talk about music and movies, and really this first part was the Dame Lillard, Shaquille O'Neal quasi rap beef thing you got going on. I had seen, kind of heard about it, but hadn't really dug into the details, and Chance felt it was necessary to bring me up to speed. We open with that, and before you know it, we're talking about hip-hop as a whole. We're talking about favorite movies, all kinds of stuff. So tune in. Let us know what you think. Part 2 will follow this episode. I'll obviously have that up as a separate episode, but feel free to continue the conversation and let us know what you think.
So you haven't heard of this at all? You seen this?
I've heard, like, I've seen it on Twitter, but I haven't. Like,
all right,
watched
so what we're talking about is the fucking like Shaq versus Dame Lillard. So how this came to be is Dame was on Joe Budden podcast, and he was just like doing like an interview because they're like all cool.
Don't you like, real quick side thing? Don't you like when people say Joe Buddens?
Yeah, that's some shit that niggas been doing since like fucking 2, like 03. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas always been.
I
Joe
know
Buddens.
His name's Joe Budden. Yeah, I call him Joe Buddens.
For sure. Hell yeah! But niggas on Joe's podcast, and like Maul had asked Dame if if he thinks that. Should I just play it for you? Like the part or whatever?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and pull it up.
You might be, because I was thinking about all the other ball players / rappers. And right now, it might be, as far as the best, it might be you and Shaq.
Chill, I don't know if he want that Lonzo smoke. You think you want
the Lonzo smoke?
Wait,
I'm the best rapper to.
Did you hear the name I just brought up to you?
Yeah, I heard it.
I said Lonzo Ball.
Okay.
He got ball in his name.
I never heard him rap.
This doesn't frighten you?
Frighten me for what?
No, it shouldn't. So what you?
Talking about?
So you do feel like you're the best baller
Who
turn
the
rapper.
fuck else is there?
No, I'm
You
talking about
gotta-
history.
No.
I'm talking about history.
Mo, stop being nice to this
I'm talking about
nigga,
history
man.
because
Enough of that.
Shaq got some good albums.
Oh, you
does.
mean in the history?
Yeah, I'm talking about the history of ball
Shaq
playing.
got
Dame.
records.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
but right now for me, you up there. Definitely better than Cole
Respect
as far as rapping.
Iverson had a few
Nah,
freestyles.
Dame,
Iverson never put out a project though. He never put out a full project.
Don't do that, man.
Yeah, Kobe. Come on.
He never put out a full project though. Like you can't count AI. He didn't put out a project.
In your opinion.
Where's the project?
Shaq got joints. So.
Shaq is different. Shaq has platinum like
You shaking your head.
First of all,
You
Master
shaking your head.
P played one
I'll
game
text
in
the
NBA.
Diesel right now.
You think you got better music than Shaq?
I think I rap better than Shaq.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah.
You might.
I've heard Shaq stuff.
All right, well, let's listen to Shaq first.
You think you got better music than Shaq?
I think I rap better than Shaq. People wasn't looking at it like this is a real rapper. It was like that Shaq rapping.
That's Dame rapping. The daddy has to come out of retirement and spank one of these undisciplined children. Now it's time to be disciplined. It's time to pull up that belt and whip a little ass. Here we go. Joe, yeah, what's wrong with these little cats? I can tell they little, listen to they little raps. Always bragging about they little max contract. Dame got a little money when it comes to Shaq. You see this flow, got a little Hall of Fame on it. Dame shoot jumpers, Shaq still bang on it. Are you kidding me? Lyrically, not physically, mentally, vividly. Seen it before, you might give it to me. I'm on a yacht in Little Italy, riddle me when you was young. Did you see my MVP like a trilogy? MVP candidates, you are not one. Platinum plaques on my wall, go and get you some. Lyrically, I'm 3 times finals MVP. I can't believe some guard as a team. How you say that you better than these when you ain't got more cheddar than these? What you talking about? Legendary, I'm a hip hop scholar. I'm trying to get a billion, give a fuck about $1. Little boys better stay in their place next time they ask you about Shaq, man, fix your face. This is more. I'm ready for it to go there. Anybody that know me know I love when they go there. You better Shaq, stop talking, you a liar. The baddest baller out of Oakland, J.R. Ryder. B. Shaw, Barry Pitt, Jason Kidd. Ask him when you see him what the Diesel done did. Fanboys should never disrespect the idols. Shaq name is historical like Jesus in the Bible. Students always talk about they better than a professor. I'm an expensive Lamborghini, you a bounty charged Tesla. Take your time to respond, there is no hurry. You never be Westbrook, never be Steph Curry. Next time you see me, Dame, address me as the emperor. Pull your little tongue out, check your little temperature. I like your little game, yes I really adore you. Stop smoking Portland weed, that shit they really good for you. You was a little dirty booty boy up in diapers. My garage was filled with Porsches, Benzes, bikes, and Vipers. I was courtside watching Hulk and Roddy Piper. I was playing with D. Scott, he was the real sniper. I was in the studio with Nas, Big and Jigger. I was even up and open, bumping Too Short. I was on time with your partner E40 from the same place as Redman, Lauryn Hill and Naughty. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. I see you love yourself so much, you should sex yourself. You told these people that you better than Shaq. Next time I see you, show me 4 rings, show me a platinum black. Do me a favor, type Shaq and YouTube. I ain't playing 10 years, they got the same salary as you do. What's in your wallet? American Express and Visa. Talking like you blind, you ain't even Trevor Ariza. If you don't know who I am, check your little sucker. Google me, they say I was a lazy motherfucker. Got enough cash, I could buy your whole team. Ocean, I forgot I own a Sacramento Kings. If you a fucking rapper, Dame, then what the fuck am I? I'm accomplishments you can't reach, I'm too high. Call me when you get a back to back to back to back. Why would I wanna be a rapper? Rappers wanna be Shaq. Now let's get some spanking. Next time I'ma really discipline your ass. Keep my name out your mouth, little boys. I paved the way. Show some respect to the Dundada. If you the best, just be the best. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm in Forbes. They say Michael Jordan's the best. How? He ain't never been in this booth. So the time it comes to me, I pave the way. I'm Shaquille O'Neal's O'Neal gifts. If it wasn't for me, it would never be none of y'all. Who was the first with a shoe deal? Huh? Me. That's who. Who built this shit, G.O.A.T? Me.
I don't see Shaq taking the initiative to do that, but I mean, he kind of did. I don't like you heard
this recorded.
You heard the podcast. You were like, "What the fuck? Turn this shit off." You were listening to like what they were talking about. Like obviously, like he felt.
Yeah, right. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm saying like, I think it could be. Maybe this is a conspiracy. A fan was like, "Hey Shaq, look, I wrote this for you, ha ha ha," and it was actually bars. So he's like, "All right."
But I feel like I don't know. I don't know if that's likely, but that's possible.
That's like the most minuscule possible thing.
That part isn't all that possible, but I feel like it's entirely possible that somebody else wrote it. Anyway, I thought there were parts he did really well. I mean, there were like the Trevor Ariza one had me laughing.
Yeah.
I was surprised that he came with that much heat.
Nah.
Like, I felt like he was a little aggressive with like little
Why
boys.
why was it such bad fucking like quality though?
Yeah,
I was thinking like, come on.
Well,
shit, like,
I don't know if it sounds to me like it was like purposeful like reverberation or something like that. Like he purposely added.
No, nigga, that is a terrible recording.
I mean,
still
it
went
wasn't
on
good
headphones
quality,
earlier.
but it sounded almost like somebody that doesn't know how to edit it more so than.
No, it just sounds like a fucking like.
We'll agree to disagree.
We'll
agree to disagree.
If we recorded a song with my phone playing the beat on like the mic,
No, the beat sounded like the best part to me. We'll agree to disagree.
Much beat.
We'll agree to disagree. But then there were.
That shit would mix it up.
I feel like he should have like quit while he was ahead. At the end,
he wasn't.
Well, there were parts because he had good momentum.
Like when he started like talking shit.
At the end, it was just like a little too much. You're like, then y'all would exist without me. Like, all right, DMX. Like, but you know, overall, B-.
All right, so that's Shaq shit. Yeah. It's supposedly the greatest fucking hooper rapper. Like it. NBA. Professional basketball.
And I guess maybe relative,
because that's what the conversation was about.
Put it this way: that maybe he is, and maybe that curves him up to an A+ if you were to curve him. But let's hear the next one.
All right, so let's hear Dame.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what Dame had to say.
Dollar. He say he the GOAT, I come for his body. Platinum cause he bought the copies. Should've just passed me the torch, I got no remorse, I beat him like Rocky. I fill the tank up with diesel, you jealous of me and I see you. Cause on this day, originals just can't fuck with this sequel. New school, got new hits, Space Jam, not blue chips. Hangman, yo shoe shit, Dame 6, I'm too lit. Big name, got big bread, but you corny. Gift bags get purchased. Every time you get horny, then they repo. Love you when you was in beast mode. Loki thought you was a cheat code. Know that you shoot for the cheap hoes. Shoot any work like you freak those. Know you see my pockets deep, so you flexing ain't really a thing, bro. We both could be working at Kinko's. And Kobe, when you them rings don't owe. Nursery rhyme spitting, small cars sitting, oh. Icy hot poster boy, TNT snitching you. Big man hating, mad at my existence. Had a song with Bad Boy. No Jordan to the Pistons, still getting to the chicken. This ain't nothing new to me. I always been a chosen one. Nothing you could do with me. This what rich look like before the dough and jewelry. I'm from where Tom Hanks from, but no tomfoolery. Do it for the fam. Ain't no magic, no Kazam. Ain't no flexing for the gram. I'm for real. I promise you don't really want to meddle with me still. All your personalities, real characters could get revealed. We could've did a track together. Just pass the torch. Was lit without you, brother. I was busting off the porch. Call 911, dusting off the Porsche. Look inside that statue at Staples and find a corpse. Confused at why you barked up the tree, cause I'ma do ya. Versace on my body, you finally gon' meet Medusa. Don't know if I address you as Shaq or Shaq fool ya. Old head can't see me, he blinded, Slick Rick the ruler. Pride all in the way and you know it, you big cocky. Heard my rhymes and quickly turned into a disc jockey. Nigga wanna play with the monster, you big poppy. Was mad at Steph unanimous trophy, you sick probably. It'd be wise to move on, Aristotle, cause this a gimme. All the money in the world, but traded you for penny. Recorded with the legends of your time, I get with plenty. Never run from smoke, I'm the type to climb up the chimney. Was really feeling threatened, at least enough to diss me. Should've knew this was a shootout, I could never let you zip me. Said that Max was little, that 250 million crispy. Can't recall you getting that when I was cruising on a 10 speed. This a different era, you the past and you the past. Said yourself that I'm a Tesla, no longer need diesel gas. Kinda like the Cavs, ain't really need diesel ass. And even in Miami, won that on the strength of Flash. You had a moment, OG, you the pioneer. But I didn't reach the top at this point and the climate's clear. All my bars is coded in any climate that's near. So if you're looking for the stop to the rain, you can find it here. Feel.
It's like an 89.4, like somewhere close to a B minus or a B plus and an A minus.
B check.
Yeah. Now, my first thoughts, they were both Shaq.
He had more
and Dame.
punchlines.
Yeah, both of them started out kind of weak. Like both of them started out like they were reading. Like it kind of sounded like they were reading.
They probably were.
And they probably were. Yeah, but you could kind of tell in the beginning for both of them. Then it seemed like they both got some momentum. They got better, like right in the middle of it. I thought that, he started really getting some momentum, and it was just smooth. The other thing I noticed is that you can hear both different eras just in those two sample sizes of music. So if you listen to Shaq, the way that he structured the song, the beat, sure. And his delivery was very like 80s, early mid 90s, whereas like Dame's is more like sound effects and ad libs just like peppered into the production, like loop loop scoop. I don't think he said that, but I swear to God, I feel like he said something like that, But that's more of like that modern, kind of Migos kind of sound that you would hear, whereas Shaq's was more like that, mid 90s, maybe Dre type.
Well,
not comparing them to those two, but I
feel like
those kind of categories.
I feel like Dame's was as like extreme as like Migos would go, or some shit like that. Like I feel like it was.
I'm not saying normal. He's as good as Migos. I'm not saying that. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying like I don't even think it was like even near like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even think about fucking Migos with I was just thinking about niggas rapping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it was bars. Like, it wasn't like, like whatever.
No, it's not a knock. But it's more like it just, I noticed you could hear, it was just a random observation that you can so distinctly hear.
No, the difference in time. Yeah, for sure. But it was close to me. Like,
it was close. Like, it wasn't like a total knockout.
It was close. Like, what it really, like, showed me, like, even though, like, I think Dame can rap, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, just listen to it just now, and I think he can work on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what's like 88, 89, somewhere in there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, shit, I don't know. But
again, he might be the best of basketball players, and it might curve up, but I guess I'm grading him against, like, actual...
Well...
Like, if that was to come out on the radio, would I listen to it? There are probably, like, 12% of songs I would listen to ahead of that.
But see, like, Shaq
maybe
had a radio
probably
show
more than that.
Song, you know what I'm saying?
Well, so we debate.
So that's
we're saying all the time.
That's where this started, because that's where this started. This whole conversation.
Well, yeah, like Shaq was far more.
And they asked him, "Does he think he's better than Shaq?"
I think he's better than Shaq. Shaq was way more decorated. But that was the other thing I found kind of odd too, is that Shaq kept talking about his basketball career to diss Dame. But I feel like I don't know. I mean, they are basketball players. I get that. But I feel like it was too much about like his accolades versus
but does that,
which that doesn't really fit into like the rap. He said that he's a better rapper. He never said he's a better basketball player.
Look at it. Okay, well, I was gonna say, look at it this way. Like, was Shaq a better basketball player?
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, not even close.
Right. So
and Dame's nice, but it's not even close.
Right. Like, so do you think that? Because I'm like I said, it was close, but I'm giving it to Shaq. One, because he, the one that started it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't even have to go to rap. You know, like although that's what the conversation was about. It and what they really do. You know what I'm saying? As a profession, it didn't have to go to rap or you dissing. You know what I'm saying? Right. But like, I mean, if you're gonna like do anything, that's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? Because people just get like sound bites or just like talk shit, whatever. But especially like if it's about rap too, if it is hip hop. But yeah, I believe that Shaq got him because he came out hard. He took the initiative to even, like even do it to show you that he still got it. Because Shaq like at least 45.
That was impressive. I'll give him
40s,
that.
You know what I'm saying?
He's pretty old now.
They old as shit. Like the only thing that was a gripe for me with Shaq's record was the fucking quality. That shit was just trash.
Quality, but the other part of it too, I give Dame credit for being
they
original.
Gotta send that. I don't know. They gotta send that like the fucking wave file or some shit, man. Bounce that shit out real nice. Like,
but I feel like I give Dame credit for being original with the beat. I feel like that was an original beat, right?
Yeah, but I mean that goes to another thing where that kind of shows Shaq's, I guess, like age. I don't want to say it like that because that's like my era type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's another thing. Like I said, I like Shaq shit better. You know, like because like a diss track, that's just like, oh no, nigga, like that's some in the moment shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, let me just hop on a beat. Like,
it's usually on somebody else's beat.
It's usually like some just throw some, like how like kind of Pac did with Hit 'Em Up, which I'm sure
700%,
it was
Jay-Z.
Yeah, like,
I will give him credit on that one. Jay-Z was nice on 700%.
So like that kind of because. Shaq, when Shaq was rapping, that's when, like that dish and shit was like real, you know what I mean? Like, it ain't just like,
Yeah, and that's a different story altogether. Now,
I feel like Shaq
people don't really do diss tracks. Oh, if you're saying who came harder, Shaq, 100%. That wasn't even that.
Like Dame is like, I guess, like a finesse rapper, but that's all these fucking rappers, man. Fucking finesse rappers, man.
Well, maybe this is more of a philosophical, like you're saying, like you
me. That's so fucking lame sometimes, bro.
Yeah,
unless you're telling a story.
That's true.
Like,
so modern day, you're saying
shit.
is very, very first person.
Yeah, no, that's everything.
What about?
It's not even just.
But what about like Ice Cube? Today was a good day. The entire song is about
he's telling
day.
a story about his day. It's not just like I'm flipping the puffer. You know what I'm saying? It's not just
Frosted
like
flakes,
I'm like flipping
all of my wrists.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody's saying that like
it's like you're literally in your like what these niggas are talking about is they're like literally in their bubble. Like Ice Cube literally he's. Like nigga, from fucking him waking up to him going
it's
fucking,
easier.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, it's easier because you just this rhymes with that. This is catchy. That's just a different question altogether about where hip hop was versus where it is now. Like now, it's like you said, just like this is catchy. The beat is really what's selling, and it's in a catchy hook. Whereas in the past, it was telling a story, or you look at like the lyrical people like Tupac, That's why I give Kendrick credit now because he's one of the few people that actually still tell stories with albums.
Yeah, let me ask you something because I've been on you for 20 plus years. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been like best friends for like literally like 20 years, nigga. Like straight up, like to the like week type shit. Nigga, like who do you think is because I have this argument with people all the time, like because I'm into music and shit. Like who do you think is more? All right, first of all, nigga, Tupac or Biggie?
Tupac. I don't think that.
All right, so we agree on that.
Yeah,
we agree on that. But do you think that, like, who do you think is more
Tupac
lyrical?
Was just lyrical. Those two
lyrical,
but
like bar,
Biggie was better at like being like just random and witty and like smooth, kind of like. Wait, what? How did he rhyme those two things together? How does that even relate? But Pac was better at selling like a cohesive story with like poetry. It was more poetry versus somebody freestyling. And I know that's not saying that all Biggie's songs were freestyles, but they kind of played like freestyles. We're not really talking about a whole lot. And it's more modern day where you're talking about like, hey, look at me, I'm juicy, all that kind of stuff. Whereas Pac was telling stories.
I feel like, okay, well, how you say like that, it was like modern day. I kind of feel like, first of all, I feel like Pac shit was way more timeless.
It was more timeless, but it's
like it's some shit that like literally
it doesn't feel aged.
Like it doesn't age.
It doesn't feel
like,
aged. But what I'm saying is like Tupac or Biggie's is closer to what rap is today. Is what I mean when I say modern. I'm not saying that Tupac's is aged, but you said it yourself. You don't have very many lyrical rappers now telling stories. It's more so just like me, and it's catchy, and we enjoy it because we all party to it, and it's all you hear all day. And if you hear anything long enough, you kind of get used to hearing it, and you associate memories with hearing it. So then you just like that when really you're just liking the memory. But I mean, I think we would probably both agree that older hip hop are the ones that tell stories. When I say older, I feel like the older ones tell stories more often.
They were from the same era, so like
right. But what I'm saying is, it just happens to be. This is maybe a timeless debate. Then, of more so, do you like storytellers or do you just like?
Are you a fan of Jay-Z?
I love Jay-Z. I feel like he's always been overrated.
I've grown to love him, but I wasn't a Jay. I was like, I don't fuck with Jay-Z until like 2000. Like really, like maybe like when I started getting older, like in my when I was like 25 type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like 5 years ago.
So I started really liking Jay-Z in the beginning of college. So this was like 07 and maybe.
But I've always like I know, like I have, you know what I'm saying, like a repertoire.
What bothered me, I've always
it's not like I didn't know him. You know what I'm saying? Like I fucking like Jiggle. Like my favorite song is G.O.A.T, Jiggle What, Like I've loved that song for
really
20 years. Yeah, like you know, like but. I don't know, like it's not that appealing to me. Like it's never like really been like I've been like, oh shit, I gotta listen to some Jigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, and that's true because I don't have that often. I had like a month.
I never have that feeling. Like
I had it a month ago where I was like, I kind of feel like listening to something, but then it's like 4 songs later. All right, I've had enough.
If I hear that shit, like I'll throw that shit like on a playlist or some shit.
If it's mixed in,
come on.
If it's mixed in, I always bump it. Always.
And like a fucking, I think my first song or some shit came on today.
That's a good one.
And I was like, oh shit, I ran that shit back. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
You know, like
me too.
I'm like,
I did that
shit,
too
like,
with that one.
Like,
because that was a soulful song.
And see, that's the thing because like he's great. Like, don't get me wrong when I'm saying this and shit, but like he just like when he was like, you know, like I guess like, I don't know. I just had a thing with him saying like, you know, when he was retiring, like the Black Album era.
I was just gonna say, so the
Black
Album was,
era.
You know what it
like,
was? That was the best marketing a rapper has ever done.
It was, but that's why I didn't respect it. He
convinced people he was the best rapper ever.
That's why I didn't respect it. Because I was like, what? Like, what are you talking about?
But people bought in. People bought in.
That's so lame. See, that's what's wrong with fucking society today.
Well,
people buy like that. I mean, that's perfect marketing. From a marketing perspective, that's fucking, you know, like, oh shit. Like, you know, you got something there. And as we see, you know what I'm saying, he's the Jay-Z he is today. But, like, for people to follow that shit, like it's one thing to dupe people to do that shit, but for the people that's being duped, you know, which was a majority of people, I felt
he's
like.
smart. He's a businessman. I give him credit for being the best businessman, even more so than Diddy. I give him more credit than even Diddy.
That's just like so.
And I know Diddy might have more net worth or whatever all the time, but Jay-Z's smart, man. He's
for the long run.
He's there. He's smart, but. To your point, I mean, I think it was I was just going to say that. I think it was the Black Album. It was like 03. That just kind of, best rapper alive, best rapper. He kept telling people that. And people are like, he's right. He's leaving us. Yeah. And then that also kind of synced up with Beyonce blowing up. I mean, she was out way before then, but like,
well, that's when she in
2000 Crazy in Love.
That's when her single came out.
That's when she blew up, you know, and
Dangerously in Love.
So I give them credit for that. They're very smart business people, and they marketed themselves masterfully. But Jay-Z, I feel like has always kind of, I guess I won't say he's overrated, but it was more so he convinced people he was the best. He's not the best. He's not the best.
But that makes him overrated. Because people really like put him in there.
Do people still say this?
People put, like, he's, whenever I talk to people, he's most of the time in their top threes. He's nowhere near, he's not even in my top 10.
I don't think he's in my top 3, no.
He's not in my top 10.
I'd say he's probably top 10.
Not for me, bro.
I would put him in like a top 10.
And like I was listening to you know, like if you throw on a Jay-Z playlist and like all the other artists that they'll play, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, he's had a long ass career. So that's another thing.
I guess
like,
if you want to look at it this way,
like,
I don't think he had the top 10. If we want to look at it if we want to look at this in a sports metaphor, I don't think he had a top 10 career, but I think he had some of the top 10 performances.
No, he's definitely had a top 10 career. That's bad.
Well, not career. Sorry. Let me rephrase. But that's what I'm saying from a sports standpoint. I don't think he's like a Brady. You know, I don't think he's like had a top 10 career. Like when you look at decoration. But
with music,
with sports. No, I'm talking about sports.
I understand that. But are you saying like with the music or the business aspect?
Listen to the metaphor.
I know, I understand with sports, but I'm saying like, okay, is like the greatness? Wait. Is the greatness, say, like you're saying Brady? Is it like his athleticism, like him on the field, or is it him like in the?
You're talking a different story than I'm talking. Let me talk for a second. If you're looking at Jay-Z like he's an NFL player, he didn't have a top 10 career when you look at like Elway, Marino, Brady, Montana, Manning, but he might have had like 10 of the top. If you looked at like top 100 games, I feel like he had more individual games than any of those guys. Metaphorically speaking, what I'm saying is I feel like he's had better singles than a lot of people, but it's more like the individual parts I would rank above other people's individual parts, but I wouldn't put the entirety of his repertoire, so to say, in the top 10. Like he's like individual songs, individual performances, but when you're looking at like albums and his ability to tell a story, but again, see, this is how I kind of grade it. And then, you know, rhymes, they're pretty nice. He's really good at a lot of things, but he's not the best at anything, I guess you would say. And he's not, for me, like a top 5 in any individual category. But he's so good overall that I think that, you know, that kind of puts people up. People put him up high because he's well-rounded.
Where is he in your top? Do you say he's in your top 10?
He's in the top 10 probably, yeah.
Where is he? I don't have like the like get it. You don't have a list? I got my top 10 at least on my Twitter.
It changes like monthly for me probably.
See, man, how?
Of all time? I mean, but if you got guys like 4 through 7 are like neck and neck, and then like you're just feeling one for a while.
See, that's the thing. I don't have people that are like even that active in my top 10.
What's the question? Like,
no, I'm just
lyrical. Or are we talking like?
I mean, like
hits?
Just no. It's top 10 of all time. Like it's just like, you know, like you when say like with football, it's not when you're the top 10 of all time.
I know, but it's hard with music. It's hard with music though because you have to be in moods with music. You have to be, you know.
This is.
It's hard to aggregate. I know it's hard to aggregate it. It is. Because if we're talking about, just entertaining, I mean, I put Migos in the top 10. If we're talking about talent, I mean, they're not in the top 25.
Top 10 at all.
I know, but it's hard to separate.
You know, like,
it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to separate. Like, it's hard. Period. It's hard to separate. Like, are we saying, like, how would I rank this as, like, what America would deem the top 10? It all depends on the mood I'm going for. Music for me is very ambiguous. It's very fluid.
Yeah,
I can probably rank like a top 5, you know, not even top 5, but like Pac, I still feel like, but see, it depends on the mood though. I don't know, it's hard to answer.
So like you're saying at any given point in time you could be like, oh shit, fucking Lil Yachty's better than Pac right now.
Not like that, not that drastic, but I'm saying like if I don't know, I can't.
But that's what I mean.
I can't rank 1 through 10. Put it that way. I can't rank 1 through 10 because I feel like certain people change within that, and I'm saying that's where the mood that kind of plays a part because I'm like, well, I've been listening to a lot of, you know, Tupac lately versus, you know, I've been listening to a lot of Kanye lately or something like that. Because I mean, I would put Kanye in the top 10, but like he's not one of the best rappers, but he's like one of the
That's what I want.
Top 10 artists, I would say rap artists. The top, my top 10 who I listen to, he's in that. But I wouldn't say he's a top 10 rapper, just skill, you know? Like, I can't rank him 1 through 10. Like, I can give you one, I say it's Tupac. But, like, I don't know. I don't know the rest. I've never really sat down and thought about it. Because it's so broad and it's so contingent upon my mood that I haven't even, like, tried to...
Do you think...
I don't have a favorite food. I don't have a favorite color. I don't have...
But you're so OCD.
A favorite movie. I don't have a favorite song. Well, I do have a favorite songs, which is interesting. I have top 3.
So you have,
but I don't have a number
song.
1. I don't have a number 1.
See, that's
but I have 3 that are
like,
3 tied.
Weird, man.
I have like 3 that are tied.
Like,
but even that kind of changes because, like, how would you define? Let's say how you would define. How do you define favorite song?
How would I define my favorite
Somebody says, what's your favorite song? Why is that your favorite? What is your favorite song?
My favorite song?
You don't know. See,
you're right. I don't. But I like a shitload of music. But
you're
like,
proving my point here. I have 3 songs, but for me, they're all tied to memory. Because a lot of the time, the first time I hear a song, I'm very judgmental, and I'm like, I don't like it. And then next thing you know, I'm like, I fucking love this song. When I first heard Sicko Mode, I was like, everybody's gassing this song. It's cool, but like whatever. It's not all that. And then, you know, after a month of hearing it all the time, I got addicted. I got hooked.
Well,
but that's just an example. I'm not saying it's like an all-timer, but that's an example of
I would say, like, with that song, like, when I did listen to that entire album or whatever, I was like, that's the best song on there. I was like, for real, I was like, that's kind of, and I don't like listening to albums like that.
It's such an easy answer,
I like,
you know? So it's like initially you're kind of like,
It's weird because it was so, like, it wasn't supposed, because like everything on that album, if you look at it, like even on like the streaming shit, like, you know, whatever, it doesn't like show the features or whatever.
Yeah,
it's just like, weird. It's just straight through, you know what I mean? And so you don't know what to expect at all. And like, I remember like at the time listening to that shit, like being like, okay, like, let me listen to it. I was actually, I listened to it and I was like, oh, okay. And then the second time I listened to it, like really, like I was like Ubering and shit. And I was just like, second time go around, I was like, the fucking first track is like the best. That's the best track on. Like I liked fucking at first. It was like I was like, oh shit, Coffee Beans, like the dope. You know what I'm saying?
Coffee Beans is a good one.
I was like that shit, and then
like, Can't Say is my favorite on the
now. Can't like that
now.
See, and that
like it wasn't
that
initially.
like it, but that is what my favorite is now.
My top 3 in there is that NC-17, and then probably Sicko Mode. Yeah, those are 3 I probably listen to the most. But then. Just like everything, you know, you kind of I didn't like Yosemite for a year. I didn't like Yosemite until I went to Yosemite, and I kind of talked myself into liking it. And now I like it. Now I listen to it all the time.
I like that shit. I like that shit because I knew the nigga that produced it, and I was like, oh shit, like this is a good ass song, you know, and like because I would say that was always in like the top 3.
It always comes down to how I'm feeling that day. Favorite movie? I honestly don't know. I used to always say Friday, but I'm like, I don't know. Like, how would you define a favorite though? Maybe that's a very like taking too many steps backwards. But when I get in my car, it's not like the first song I want to listen to every time is my favorite song. It's just I feel like listening to this song right now. And like, if there might be times where I don't want to listen to my favorite song. Somebody puts it on, I'm like, nah.
Okay, so
they're saying with the favorite movie.
To answer both of those questions, like movie and
favorite
music.
Versus best is also another big difference.
Well, first of all, they're both so subjective. You know what I mean?
All the way.
Like,
but even defining those two, like, if you were to ask me, what's the best movie ever? I mean, I would probably think, what would most people say? And they'd look at, like, Godfather or something like that. But that's not my favorite movie. It's a good movie, but it's not, like, my favorite movie. And I feel like some people are like, oh, it's my favorite, because they feel like people want to hear that. It's not my favorite movie. It's good, but like if you're like put that on right now, I'd be like 3 hours 24 minutes. Do I really want to do
That's
that?
like some shit. Like Godfather likes some shit to get hot too. But you know what's better? It's like what's better than the Godfather? Scarface, because it's more entertaining.
It's shorter, easier to watch.
It's not that much shorter though. It still is
it's
like
2 hours.
No, it's not.
Look it up. Look it up while I make up a point.
That shit is not 2 hours. Like
maybe 2:30 tops.
It had a double fucking VHS tape, bro.
Okay, look it up. So Scarface I can watch pretty regularly because it's not all that like it's easier to watch, it's quicker. But I wouldn't call that my favorite movie either. But I feel like so many people say it's their favorite movie. Honestly,
2 hours 50 minutes.
It's longer than I thought. Yeah, I'll give you that.
But it's more entertaining. That's why you thought that.
Is that like a director's cut versus?
No, there's what director's cut? You've seen a director's cut of Scarface?
Nah, I'm just saying, like, is that like an extended, like you know what I mean? Like they re-release or something like that?
It says 1983. 2 hours. This is just 2 hours 50 minutes.
It's hard to believe.
No, I'm telling you, it was a double VHS. Like when VHS was a thing.
Yeah, but they I mean that doesn't mean anything.
Movies are usually an hour and a half at
a lot of
least.
Them 2 back in the day.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're at least an hour and a half. They're at least 90 minutes.
Yeah, some of them could be double tape or not double tape.
But why would you double tape it? Like I'm saying, a big release like Scarface, bro.
They
like,
have they have the thinner wheels sometimes with more reel on there.
But why would they do that? This is wasting money on their end.
Make it double tape?
For a big budget movie like Scarface?
Like people think bigger movies are better. I don't know.
I'm just saying, like it's a 3 hour movie. like you know, like it's pretty much the same time. Let's see what Godfather was 320. You say?
I think the second one's 324. I don't know.
What do you think? What do you think people say the best? I feel like
the
second one is the better. Is the better
out of
one.
those two?
The second one is the better one, but people.
I don't
say
know. I like the
first
first one actually. I like.
I do like the first one, but
I like the first one more.
I feel
second one's good.
The cinematography and shit on the second one, like it was a step up.
I feel like if you're gonna do flashbacks,
2 hours 58, so 8 minutes. Like, it's same fucking shit.
I feel like if you're gonna do flashbacks, it shouldn't be 2 full length movies blended into one. I feel like you could do like if you did a 2 hour movie, 30 minutes of flashbacks. It felt like they were like just.
But that's the arc.
I know that's the whole story,
that's
but
like the arc, kind of this shit.
I don't know, like, and this is we're talking about like we're picking nits here.
Right.
You know, they're
It's
both
fun,
excellent movies. But the first one though, I
like the first one better too.
I like
saying,
beginnings. I like seeing the beginning when like somebody like they're coming of age. I like that more so than, you know, they're at the top or their demise. At least kind of with movies like that, you know. But like if you look at like a show like Breaking Bad, obviously it was most entertaining when it was coming to the end, you know, when every shit's hitting the fan.
I actually thought that was pretty steady throughout. I was never really bored.
I was never bored, but
a lot of people say they were like, "Oh man, it's like."
Well, the first season is the slowest one.
Yeah,
and it takes
it's also
about
like the less episodes.
The thing is, every show takes a while to get going. You have to invest like 3 to 4 episodes.
Yeah.
I feel like there needs to be like a 5 episode rule. Before you're gonna judge a show, you have to watch 5 episodes. But
nah, you can definitely just be like.
I mean, there's some that are shit, but I'm saying like if somebody swears on a show,
the first episode actually sometimes has to be like one of the best. You know what I'm saying? Because it has to hook you in to watch the next one.
Well, it has to, but like it wasn't the
even
first.
Even think about Breaking Bad. You were like,
it wasn't the
this
best.
Kind of like
though.
trash, but like when. You know, he went back to fucking Jesse, like, you know, he was like, yo, wanna cook? You know, type shit, like...
But it wasn't. It probably isn't even in the top 15, though. You know what I mean? Like it's.
But I mean, it was it has to be a good fucking episode.
Yeah, it
has
to.
Like so, like that's just what I'm saying with that. Like, and it, you know, with that example, like that was, and like you know, you gotta. There's obviously better episodes.
But I mean, there are shows out there though that like What I'm saying with that though is it is kind of slow in the first 3 to 4 episodes, but I feel like
that set a tone for the entire like series.
Well, it got like exponentially more eventful because not much. He choked a dude that was gonna stab him with the plate. He throws the whatever it is in Tuco's office and blows it up, and then Tuco, kills that dude or whatever, like his henchman. Right. And again, like you said, it was an abridged version of the show because of the strike. I think it was 7 episodes. But and then all of a sudden, season 2 kidnaps them. They go out and they're stuck in the hole, and Hank comes out there. So it's like this is like 3-4 episodes in, and they're already potentially on the verge of getting caught. And it just gets like crazier after that. Well, you know what though? On a second viewing, when I first watched it, to me, my favorite was season 4. I watched it in a day.
Almost 5.
I literally watched season 4 in a day. It was I graduated college and I just binge watched it. I watched it in a day, and it was because you kept thinking like something was gonna happen, and you just had that anxiety. Every episode, you're like, On the second viewing, season 3 was the best. Every episode, you're like, how is this dickhead going to get out of this situation now? Like, how the hell is he going to get out of it? You had him stuck in the RV when Hank's just outside the RV. You have Hank get shot by the Mexican twins. Mm-hmm. You have Gus introduced. You have Gail introduced. They're already about to try to kill Walt because... Jesse, and then they hit the guy with the car. So then they kill Gail. This all happened in season 3. Every episode is like, how the hell is he going to get out of this one? How the hell is he going to get out of this one?
I don't know. I feel like 5 was like...
I hated 5 because it was the end, the demise. And it ended very... It was a great ending to the show, but it was like such a shitty ending for him. Because, like, the way... And, I mean, how else is it going to end? It's going to look like crap. But, I don't know. I felt like... I will say the best episode, though, was Ozymandias. I mean, that's the one everybody always talks about. That was the best episode. You know which one I'm talking about. The Hank where Hank's dead? Face Off was good. It was... If that's not number 1, it's number 2. Like, they're right there. Because that one was, too. And it was shocking, and then he finally got him. You're like, finally. And that was the beauty in 5, because then you start to see the greed where you're like, he actually kind of had this set up. Like, why did he need to kill... Like, why did he have to defy him? I mean, I guess he was helping Jesse. He didn't need to kill him, though. Like, Mike made a good point when he's like, we had everything. You had to be the man.
Still, though. Gotta be the man.
But that's how he died, though.
Well,
I mean, he died from cancer, yeah, but he died...
You think Walt's dead?
I think he is. I think he might be in the movie as, like, a flashback, but I don't think he'll be...
Speaking of that, so, like, it is the fucking second, almost the third. What, like, you excited about the movie?
Of course.
El Camino?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I made up a drinking game. Did I send that shit to you?
You might have. I don't know.
I made up a drinking game to that shit. Like, it's a good one too. Like, you can definitely have fun with that shit. But I'm very excited about that shit. Like,
I am too. I mean, Jesse's back
because I like
some kind of flashbacks,
but like it's too far ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they had so much expectation for it to where they can, like. Oh, let's really get into this all shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To where it doesn't even like lead up.
It
like,
probably should have been 3 seasons,
like
total.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought they should have shot for like 5 seasons, but like in season 3, let's see where
And I've only seen like part of season 1, like halfway through.
In season 3, like I mean, it's like nowhere even like like
yeah. The reason I haven't caught up,
and shit.
I don't like dealing with like the weekend must see appointment TV phenomenon. Right. I don't like. I'd rather just binge them when they're all out. And the fact that they have, I think, 2 more seasons coming, I'm like, I kind of want to wait until They're all there.
See,
so
I got
just
into
watch
Breaking
more.
Bad in like
It's a great show.
2011. You know what I'm saying? So it was
me
already
too.
out for like
Me too.
4 years.
Yeah, me too.
So like I had like enough time.
And that's
to,
why
like,
I don't do
catch
that
up.
anymore, because I binge watched 1 through 3 on Netflix. 4 had just finished, so I went and I found it on some Chinese website or something like that. And then all of a sudden, 5th season, I had to wait.
Right.
And then you had to wait
that
again
was fun.
because they cut it in half.
Yeah, yeah,
Nah, I
but
hated
that was fun. Nah, that was fun.
It was cool reading about like weekend recaps, but I hate cliffhangers.
No, okay, well actually, see,
I always need closure.
See,
you know
I slowed down like around like the, you know what I'm saying, like 2012. You know what I mean, like because I was like, oh shit, I'm catching up. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I like slowed down a bit.
I couldn't with 4. I just ate it up.
Like I was like, oh shit, let me, because like that's when like, you know, spoiler alert, that shit was like real big, and it's like, oh shit, no, get away, you know, like nah, fuck out, you know. But I like caught up, you know, like with it to where I could like watch it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like going into 5, because I was like, oh shit, this shit was like real, like you said, like 3 was real good, you know what I'm saying? Like oh shit, like, you know, like what the fuck, you know, like what the fuck's gonna happen now, you know, like now I gotta watch this shit, you know, gotta see what's gonna happen to this dude, like who the fuck's gonna kill him, you know, like
Right.
And fucking like just, you know, so I'm watching that shit, and like that shit was fun because like that was like the first show ever in my life, you know what I'm saying? Like shit, I was what, 24, 25, you know, when the shit ended, you know, 24, like
I mean, it's my favorite show.
like yeah, it's my favorite show for real. Mine too. That was like the first show I ever like watch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was caught up by the time that like, you know, it ended. It was like fuck. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Damn, that shit was good. You know, like that's for something to keep people captive for 6 years. You know what I mean? Like that's fucking crazy. You know? Like for almost 6 years, dude, like 5 to 6 years, like people captivated, you know?
You know, and this is life all about balance, right? Like robbing Peter to pay Paul. I'm a movie guy. I don't really watch a lot of TV. I don't like watching a lot of shows. Kind of like I said, I don't like having to deal with like, oh, I gotta invest time in this show. Even if you love it, you become prisoner to the show,
Right.
and you're happy for it. Like Breaking Bad, I love that show. I watched it twice. I watched it through twice.
I've watched it like 3 or 4 times.
It's a great show, but like I like movies because it's.
And there were
all
times
right
when I would
there.
double watch episodes because I would have to like be like, oh wait, I gotta see
go
that shit.
back.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like kind of when I was watching it too. Oh shit, wait, did I miss something? You know, and you gotta go back. So like I would do that shit, but that shit was fucking phenomenal. And like I didn't really get into like Game of Thrones or anything like that
I
too.
don't do medieval.